Good morning, guys. Able to hear me? Voice is all clear. The voice is all clear? Okay, perfect. So let us not any more. Let us not waste any more time. Let us quickly go to the questions. One second. First question for the day: which of the following Mahajanapadas are an official oligarchy form of government? Avanti, Gandhara, Vajji, Kuru. Which of the following Mahajanapadas was an oligarchy? Avanti, Gandhara, Vajji, and Kuru. The answer is Vajji. Mahajanapada in Mahajan during the 16 Mahajanapadas or the Shodasha Mahajanapadas, there were 16 great kingdoms. Many of these were a mix of oligarchy and monarchy. They were kingdoms and also oligarchical republics that existed in ancient India. Now, two of the main Mahajanapadas were most probably Ganasanghas, Vajji and Malla. Vajji and Malla were the most important oligarchy. Oligarchy is basically where you have it's a republican form, but oligarchical republic. That is, there are selected few families from which you could elect one of them as the head of the state, or in a way you can say this is basically elected king model. Oligarchy basically means. Now, consider the following statements regarding taxation during Mahajanapadas. There were taxes on crops. There were taxes on goods that was bought and sold through trade, and there were no taxes on agriculture. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Namaste, Sandeep. Good morning, Bhargav. Good morning. Good morning. The answer is B. Yes, Bhargav. Bhargav, Barnika, Sandeep, you're right. B. As the rulers of the Mahajanapadas were the builders of huge forts, and they also were known to have been maintaining big armies. They needed many resources and they needed officials to actually collect these resources. So they started collecting regular taxes and regular features. These were taxes on craft persons. These could have been in form of labor. For example, a weaver or a smith may have had to work for a day every month for the king. There are also taxes on goods that were bought and sold throughout trade, and taxes on crops were the most important tax that we observed. This was because most people were farmers. Usually, the tax was fixed at 1/6 of what was produced, and that was generally known as Bhaga or Raja Bhaga or state share in the Mahajanapada period. Now, the espionage system was one of the main features of administration under Mauryas, Sungas, Guptas, or Vijayanagara kingdom. Espionage or spy system was the most common feature of. Yes. Gudha Purusha, if you remember, this was basically Gudha Purusha. Remember in the class, I keep telling you Sthanika, Samastha, Vishakanya, student spy, teacher spy, trader spy, and all that. Yes. Recluses, Udasina, householders, merchants, ascetics, students, mendicants, women, prostitutes, all of these were part of the system of spy. Consider the following regarding the Rigvedic period. Trade was conducted on barter system. Cattle rearing was the main occupation during this period. And workers in the metal made a variety of articles with copper, bronze, and iron. Which of the following statements these are correct? Rigvedic period. Answer has to be 1 and 2, no? Not 3, not 3. Only 1 and 2. Iron was not there in the Rigvedic period. Later Vedic, we see iron. So answer is only these two. The barter system and cattle rearing was the main occupation. No, no, 3 is not. The iron only came in later Vedic. So, consider the following statements. Dharma Sutras and Dharma Shastras contained values about the ideal occupations of the four Varnas. In Rigvedic society, child marriage and sati were highly prevalent. Manusmriti held that engagement in the preoccupation of agriculture and pastoralism is not restricted to any caste. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Dharma Sutras and Dharma Shastras contained rules about ideal occupations of the four Varnas. One second, guys. Answer is A. Yes, perfect. Most of your rights. And Brahmanas were supposed to study, teach Vedas, and perform sacrifices and get sacrifices ready. Sacrifices, study, and teach, perform, and receive gifts. Whereas Kshatriyas were to engage in warfare, protection of the people, just administer justice, study of Vedas, get sacrifices performed, and make gifts. Vaishyas were expected to engage in agriculture, pastoralism, and trade in addition to study Vedas, make gifts, and get sacrifices performed. And Shudras were in occupation of serving the other three higher Varnas. This is what the duties of Dharma Shastra mentioned for the four Varnas. Yes, Dharma Shastras and Dharma Shudras. During the period of Guptas, the designation Sartavaha was used for Minister of War and Peace, Chief Craftsman, Chief Judicial Officer, and Lead Merchant. Sartavaha. Sartavaha. Yes, Barnika, you're almost right. Yes. The leader of the merchant group, merchant caravan merchants. The caravan in charge was generally known as Sartavaha. Kings adopted a number of steps to win the support of men who were powerful either economically or socially, or because of their political or military strength. For instance, some of the important administrative posts were now hereditary. This means sons succeeded fathers to these posts. For example, the poet Harisena was Mahadandanayak or chief judicial officer like his father. And for instance, besides being Mahadandanayak, Harisena was also Kumaramatya, meaning an important minister, and Sandhi Vigrahika, meaning minister of war and peace. Okay, next. According to Katyayana, consider the following statements regarding the judicial system during the Gupta period. The Court of Justice was attended by the king as the highest court of appeal. Ordeal as a means of proof was not permitted. The guild was recognized as one of the judicial bodies on certain occasions. Which of the above statements is or are correct? 1 and 2, 2 only, 1 and 3, 3 only. Katyayana, who wrote the Katyayana Smriti? Yes, answer is C. Katyayana describes the judicial process at length. In fact, in his book Katyayana Smriti, he actually talks about the legal systems, the laws, and the Court of Justice was attended by the king as the highest court of appeal. He was assassinated by the judge's minister. He was assisted by judge's ministers, chief priest, brahmana, assessors, varying in accordance with the needs of the individual cases. On certain occasions, representatives of commercial institutions like guilds or folk assemblies would definitely assist the king. The judgments were entirely based either on legal texts or on social usage or on the edict of the king. And the evidence was based on any or all of the three sources: documents, witnesses, or possessions of incriminating objects. The ordeal as a means of proof was not permitted, but used. Okay, now consider the following statements. The first punch-marked coins were minted by Guptas. Kalidasa and Chandragupta Maurya are contemporaries. Which of the above statements is or are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. The first punch-marked coins were minted by Guptas. Kalidasa and Chandragupta Maurya are contemporaries. In fact, answer is D. Puranas, Karshapanas, and Panas were the earliest punch-marked coins which were there during the Janapada Mahajanapada period. And the true beauty and grandeur of the literature of Gupta can be seen in the Kavya. The greatest among them is Kalidasa, who lived in 4th century CE and was contemporary of Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta too. Kalidasa was a contemporary of Chandragupta Vikramaditya, not Maurya. Okay? Name same, slightly different. Chandragupta too, Chandragupta Vikramaditya. Consider the following statements. King Hala was the founder of Satavahana dynasty. King Hala authored the book Gatasapta Sadi in Prakrit language. Which of the following statements is or are incorrect? Batao, batao. I'm under the impression that you will definitely do a mistake here. Hala is the 17th king, no, not the founder. Gatasapta Sadi, yes, he wrote. That's why answer A is wrong, because the founder of the Shatavahana dynasty is Srimukha Shatakarni, is also called Shimuka, Chimuka, Chippuka, Chiluka, different names. He was succeeded by Krishna, who extended the kingdom up to Nashik in the west. The third king was Sri Shatakarni. He conquered western Malwa and Berar. He also performed Ashwamedha. The 17th Shatavahana king is Hala. Hala ruled over a period of 5 years, and Hala wrote the famous book Gatasapta Sadi. It contains 700 verses in Prakrit language. Consider the following statements regarding Pallavas. The early Pallava rulers from 250 AD to 350 AD issued their charters in Prakrit. Mahendra Varma was also known as Mamalla Pallava, and the shore temple at Mamallapuram and Kailasanada at Kanchipuram were built during his rule. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Bata. Pallava charters. Answer is A. Early Pallava rulers issued their charters between 350 AD 350 AD in Prakrit. Later, we see Sanskrit as the main language of the Pallava. The second line of Pallavas who ruled between 350 to 550 AD issued their charters in Sanskrit. And Mahendra Varma Pallava, second period, he was the greatest builder of the cave temple. The Mandakapatu inscription hails him as Vichitra Chitta. In fact, Mahendra Varma Pallava is totally known as ಸತ್ಯಸ್ಕಂದ ಗುಣಭದ್ರ ವಿಚಿತ್ರ ಚಿತ್ರ ಚೇಟಕಾರಿ ಚಿತ್ರಕಾರ ಪುಲಿಮಟ್ಟ ವಿಲಾಸ ಮಹೇಂದ್ರ ವರ್ಮ ಪಲ್ಲವ 1. And next is Narasimha Varma Pallava, who was also known as Mamallan, was a great wrestler known for building Mamallapuram in his memory. Find out the correct pairs from the following lists are given below. Comrade Al Hilal, Zamindar, Commonweal, Mrs. Annie Besant, Muhammad Ali, Abdul Kalam, Azad, and Zafar Ali Khan. The answer is C. Comrade Muhammad Ali, Al Hilal, Abul Kalam, Zamindar Zafar Ali Khan, Commonweal, Anibison. New India and Commonweal. No, Anibison had two papers. New India and Commonweal. Anibison had two papers. Match the following list 1 and list 2. Rabindranath Tagore, Dadabhai Naoroji, Dinabandhu Mitra, R.C. Dutt. Neil Darpan, Economic History of India, Gora, Poverty and British Rule of India. Answer this, guys. I'll just be back. Answer this 1 second. I'll just be back. Answer is D. D, D, D. Everybody is right. Everybody is right. Yes. Rabindranath Tagore, Gora, Dadabhai Naoroji, Poverty and British Rule of India, Dinabandhu Mitra, Neil Darpan, R.C. Dutt, Economic History of India. Yes. R.C. Dutt gave the Economic History of India. Okay. Now, which of the following statements about Dadabhai Naoroji are incorrect? Faith in good intentions of the British and their fair sense of justice. Congress should not leave the question of social reforms to the people. Believe in adoption of constitutional methods for getting demands fulfilled. Did not consider the British rule as a curse for India on any occasion in any matter. And was in favor of making British reforms work instead of boycotting them. Choose the correct answers from the codes given below. Dadabhai Naoroji, incorrect. Answer is C. C, C, C. The Congress should not leave the question of social reforms to people. Dadabhai never believed. Dadabhai wanted social reforms also to happen. And also, it is incorrect that he did not consider it's a curse for India on any occasion in any matter. In economic matters, Dadabhai Naoroji did consider British rule as a curse for India. Arrange the following events in chronological order: Champaran Satyagraha, launching of the Khilafat movement, reunion of the Congress, Nagpur session of the Congress. Answer is A. The answer will be A. A. Reunion of Congress 1916. 1916 में reunion of Congress हुआ था ना, याद है? लखनऊ Congress session. उसके बाद ही everything else comes, no? Right? Answer is A. Next question. What is the chronological sequence of the following happenings? August Declaration, Lucknow Pact, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, Kheda Satyagraha. Reunion 1916, Antaripa, याद है Lucknow Congress session. Answer is D. Now why D? Lucknow Pact again, सबसे पुराना 1916. Lucknow Pact or Congress Lucknow Pact, where moderates and extremists joined together, Muslim League के साथ काम किया था. So answer is उसके बाद तो August Declaration आया था 1917. याद है? August Declaration 1917, progressive realization of the representative government is the only aim of the British rule in India. Okay, now one of the most important leaders of national struggle, later known as Qaid-e-Azam, Baba-e-Qaum, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. At the age of 20, he became the only Muslim barrister in Bombay, slowly rose to prominence in politics. I mean, in fact, initially, Jinnah was architect. Jinnah was, I mean, even Sarojini Naidu went to the point of calling him the architect of Hindu-Muslim unity. There was one problem with Jinnah. See, Jinnah believed that religion and politics must not be combined together, and that religion and politics must always be two different tracks or two different aspects of the rule. The only problem with this mindset of Jinnah is that religion and politics could be separated in a regular country, but not in India. In India, they do go hand in hand. That's why in 1920, when Satyagraha and non-cooperation movement and Khilaf, in fact, Jinnah was not only against religion of Hinduism attaining political situation, he was also against Islamization in the beginning. Like, for example, he was one of the strongest opponents of Khilafat movement because Jinnah believed that Khilafat has nothing to do with Indians and that Muslims should never should never get involved into religious discussions at any cost. But yeah, later Jinnah understood the political benefit of actually playing religious politics, and it surely made it good. Another very important event in the history of India is the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, which was conducted by General Reginald Dyer at a time when Michael O. Dwyer was the governor of Punjab. On the 13th of April, average people, the common people of Amritsar, had actually met at a park called the Jallianwala Bagh, and they had a small. They basically met to have a discussion about how to react for the arrest of their leaders. Okay, now General Dyer was eventually killed by Sardar Udham Singh, a revolutionary and freedom fighter who died on July 31st, 1940. Who was the author of Pather Dabi, a novel which glorified the path of violent revolution, which was banned by the British government? Premchand, Sharachandra Chatterjee, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Ajay Ghosh. Pather Dabi. Answer Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Bankim Chandra, sorry, Sarashchandra Chatterjee. Sarashchandra Chattopadhyay. He was well known for his novels Devdas, Pariniti, Parinita, Choti Bahu. Very important writer, film writer as well. His story only is Devdas, which eventually got adapted into 16 films from 1927 to 2013 in 6 different languages. The story of the Paro. Who was who was the revolutionary terrorist who ended his days as a Ramakrishna Mission Swami? Arvinda Ghosh, Hemachandra Karungo, Ajit Singh, Jatendra Bandyopadhyay. The revolutionary who ended his days in the Ramakrishna Mission was D. Jatindranath Bandyopadhyay. Which one of the following newspaper or journals was from Maharashtra? Kranti, Atmashakti, Sarathi, and Sandhya. Newspapers from Maharashtra. Answer is A. Kranti. Kranti was a newspaper from Maharashtra. Which of the following newspapers or journals were not from Bengal? Yugantar, Kal, Bandi Jeevan, Dhoomketu. Not from Bengal. Yes. Answer is B. B. Kal. Kal from Maharashtra. Which one of the following were the causes for the emergence and growth of revolutionary terrorism in India? Frustration of the youth with constitutional methods of the moderates and passive resistance of the extremists. Failure of the Swadeshi and anti-partition movements to get partition of Bengal repealed. Protection and cooperation given by the masses to the terrorists. And growing hatred among the youth for foreign rule during and racial arrogance of the British and repressive measures adopted by the government. Influence of the Irish terrorists and Russian nihilists. Select the answers from the codes given below. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The answer is C. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. People are spot on. Which of the following statements about the activities of revolutionary terrorists are true? Organization of secret societies in India and abroad, publication of newspapers and journals, pamphlets, assassination of oppressive British officials as well as those Indians who were traitors, organization of military conspiracies, organization on raids on banks, police stations, and government armories, organization of mass public meetings. Choose the answers from the codes given below. Answer is D. D, D, D. You're spot on, guys. Varsha, Varnita, Bhargav, Sandeep. Spot on D. Which of the following statements about the revolutionary terrorists are true? They mainly came from lower classes. Most of them belong to upper classes. Most of them came from rural areas. They neglected the real demands of the peasants and workers. Select the correct answers from the codes given below. Answer will be B. 2 and 4. Most of them belong to upper classes is not correct. And look, guys, Sorry, most of them belong to upper classes is correct because they came from the elite. Most of them. And yes, revolutionary terrorists or revolutionary movement leaders really did ignore the demands of peasants and workers. In which language did Babur write his memoirs, Tuzuke Babri? Chagatai Turkey, Turkish. Now, who translated Tuzuke Babri into Persian language with the name Babarnama? So you can say who wrote Babarnama? Good morning, Honorable Professor. Who wrote Babarnama? Abdul Rahim Khane Khanan. Yes, Shantanu Sri Kumar. Yes, you're right. Abdul Rahim Khane Khanan, who was actually the son of Baram Khan. No. Tuzuke Babri is the autobiography of Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire. Babur wrote it in Turkic language, his mother tongue. Abdul Rahim Khane Khanan, son of Baram Khan, translated Babarnama into Persian, Tuzuke Babri into Persian and called it Babarnama. India's first, you could say, Mughal emperor, Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur. He was born on Feb 14, 1483. He's known for his four biggest battles in India: the Battle of Panipat, Battle of Khanwa, Battle of Chanderi, and Battle of Ghaggar. At the age of 12, he became the ruler of Farghana, the present day Uzbekistan. And Babur also wrote his memoirs, Babarnama. After losing Samarkand, he launched his conquest in India, reaching Chenab in 1519. And Babur was able to successfully establish his empire in India thanks to Battle of Panipat 1. पहले पानीपत के जंग में he defeated the forces of Ibrahim Lodi and marking the beginning of Mughal era and the end of Lodi dynasty. Babur used two innovations in his military technique: Tulguma, the tactical division of his forces, and Araba, also called the Rumi technique, which is the use of bullock carts as, you can say, fence. Pick out the ruler of Gujarat who was contemporary of Humayun and died in a scuffle with Portuguese on board one of their ships. This year there was a question similar to this one. Previous year question. 25 बार करा चुका हूं ये. बहादुर शाह. बहादुर शाह. बहादुर शाह. Bahadur Shah died in a battle with the Portuguese on a ship. He was contemporary of Humayun. याद है हुमायूं के टाइम में बहादुर शाह एक था. बहादुर शाह and शेर शाह, both of these were trying to attack Humayun. गुड मॉर्निंग योगेश. बहादुर शाह याद है 1547 में ये गुजरात के सुल्तान बने थे. यही पीरियड में शेरशाह बंगाल में थे. याद रखना. Hemu, a Hindu general who led the Afghan forces against the Mughals in the Second Battle of Panipat, was a general of which of the following सूर? कौन से सूर के पास हेमू काम करते थे? इस्लाम शाह, Muhammad Adil Shah, Sikandar Shah, Sher Shah. Yes. Hemchandra Vikramaditya. Answer is B. He was the chief minister of Adil Shah Sur. Adil Shah Sur of the Sur dynasty. Hemu claimed royal status after defeating Akbar's Mughal forces on 1556 in the Battle of Delhi. And he occupied the title of Vikramaditya. हुआ शुरू में क्या हुआ था? There was a battle called the Battle of Delhi. Unfortunately, अकबर के नाम पे the फौज was fighting, but अकबर was not here. अकबर यहाँ पे नहीं थे. अकबर तो सिंध में थे. So after getting defeated in the Battle of Delhi only, Bairam Khan rushed to Sindh, Umarkot, and brought back Akbar, and then did the second Battle of Panipat, in which Akbar and his regent Bairam Khan successfully defeated and killed him. Whose outrageous behavior is said to be the main responsible for revolt of Bairam Khan against Akbar? Man Singh, Pir Muhammad, Birbal, and Todarma. Basically, Bairam Khan and Akbar had a dispute because of this man. The answer is B, Pir Muhammad. Bairam Khan was actually Persian Turki and a Shia Muslim. He served under Babar Humayun Akbar. In fact, the entire issue between Akbar and Bairam Khan got complicated with the execution of Governor Tardi Beg, who failed to defend Delhi against Hemu. So, Battle of Delhi हारने वाले तारदी बेग थे. तो इसी वजह से बैरम खान killed him. But Akbar was largely under the influence of Pir Muhammad, who used to advise Akbar not to be brutal with the people or with the subjects. That is where Bairam Khan and Akbar started to have disputes and disagreements. See, is question may you can observe Man Singh, Todarmal, and Birbal come into the picture only after Akbar's marriage with Harika Ben. And that doesn't happen until Bairam Khan is lost. Yes, Ramya, no problem. Ardhamayindi, I understood. You understood how to put the answer. True. Bairam Khan can only join. Bairam Khan's picture ended in 1516. No? उसके बाद ही तो हरिका आंटी के साथ शादी हुआ था. तब तक तो ऋतिक रोशन सिंगल थे. ऐश्वर्या तो बाद में शादी हुई थी ना. Guardian of the Mughal emperors, Bairam Khan was actually assassinated on the Jan 31st, 1561. He served as a served in the Mughal Empire from the age of 16. He played a very important role and in helping Humayun invade Punjab and Delhi and defeating Afghans. After the death of Humayun, he guided the 14-year-old Akbar to consolidate the Mughal kingdom. He was murdered in Gujarat while he was on his way to Hajj. Okay, Bairam Khan. Next question. Pick out the first and last territorial conquests of Akbar respectively from among the following. Just answer this, guys. 1 second, I'll just be back. 1 second. In fact, see, guys, Ghar Katanga was in news a lot. As part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations, which the government is trying to do, Rani Rupati of Garkatanga बारे में लिखा है. And answer is A. Akbar's first battle was Malwa, Bas Bahadur. The battle with Bas Bahadur, Malwa, and his last was Asirgarh. Bas Bahadur and Asirgarh. Okay, next. Who among the following Rajputs were the first to voluntarily submit to Akbar? Hadas, Sisodias, Rathors, Khachawahas. Khachawahas. Khachwaha Rajputs. They were the ones who actually voluntarily submitted to Rajputs. The Raja Bharmal Khachwaha to the Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, popularly known as Akbar. At the age of 13, he ascended the throne of Mughal Empire. One of his greatest contributions is the grand library of 24,000 volumes of books written in Sanskrit, Hindustani, Persian, Greek, Latin, Arabic, and Kashmiri. Deen Ilahi was, or you could say, religious belief he started. Abolished pilgrim taxes on Hindu pilgrims, and Akbar is known to have continued or the perhaps the practice of Navaratnas. The Abu Fazal, Abdul Rahim Khan Khanan, Birbal, Mullah Do Piazza, Abul Fazal, Raja Mansingh, Raja Todarmal, Fakir Aziauddin, and Tansen together in one batch. Navaratnas. Okay. Who among the following nobles of Akbar was killed by Afghan rebels in one of the Mughal campaigns to suppress them? The library is in National Archives. Raja Birbal. Yes. Birbal was actually killed on one of the campaigns in Afghanistan trying to suppress rebellion. Who led the Mughal forces in Battle of Haldi Khati against Pratap Singh Rana of Mewad? Battle of Haldi Khati, 1578. किसने किया था? Who fought? Mahesh Das is his original name, Ramya. Mahesh Das. He's also called Man Das. Raja Mansingh, no? Raja Mansingh was actually sent to fight the Battle of Haldi Khati, 1578. Battle of Haldi Khati is historically known as the shortest battle, सिर्फ 4 घंटे. It was actually a result of refusal of Maharana Pratap to surrender Mewar to Akbar. Mughal forces greatly outnumbered Pratap's men, and to facilitate Pratap's escape, Man Singh Jhala, his chieftain, donned Pratap's distinctive garments to look in his place. I mean, in fact, initially Man Singh did not fight. His general actually fought. Raja Rana Pratap is considered to be one of the greatest of Rajput leaders or Rajput kings who opposed Akbar. He had a loyal horse called Chetak, which was fatally wounded in the Battle of Haldi Ghati. Betrayed by his son, who submitted Mewar to Akbar after his father's death. I mean, Ajit Singh, his son, submitted Mewar to Akbar. He had Rana Pratap had 11 wives, among whom Ajabde Punwar was the most favorite wife. नहीं संदीप, the logic was pretty simple. ये अकबर है. Akbar is a very intelligent man. Instead of making it look like a Muslim versus Hindu battle, he sent Raja Man Singh. So that way it looked like a Hindu versus Hindu battle. No. Consider the following regarding Lala Lajpat Rai. Lajpat Rai was a follower of Dayanand Saraswati. He was instrumental in establishing the Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School in Chandigarh. Sandeep, pretty simple. Birbal was a very capable general. The Birbal was also one of his trusted generals. इसीलिए बीरबल को भेजा. अफगानिस्तान था, काफी सेंटिमेंटल एरिया है. अगर किसी आप दूसरे को भेज दिया और जाके अफगान में उनके साथ मीट करके अकबर के खिलाफ रिवॉल्यूशन कर सकते हैं. आई मीन अकबर हैड एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ दैट, where he sent his brother to Malwa and his brother occupied Malwa and declared himself independent of Akbar. So Akbar basically wanted to avoid such a thing, but that too in Afghanistan. अफगानिस्तान में रेबेलियन करना काफी इजी था. That's the reason. Lala Lajpat Rai, yes, was a follower of Dayanand Saraswati. Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School was established actually in Lahore, not in Chandigarh. In Lahore, not in Chandigarh. आज चंडीगढ़ में है, पर originally it was in Lahore. Lalaji was born on Jan 28, 1865. He is commonly known as the Sher Punjab. He founded the Hindu Orphan Relief Movement. He fought against untouchability, was instrumental in establishing Punjab National Bank, and unfortunately, he was purposefully attacked by James Scott, the police inspector in Lahore, when Lalaji was doing the Simon protests or the Simon Gobel protests. Yes, आज है राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल का birth anniversary. Now, Lalaji fought against untouchability, established Punjab National Bank. He was also the founder of the Hindu Orphan Relief Movement in 1897, popularly known as Punjab Kesari, the Lion of Punjab. Lala Lajpat Rai and Lala Hansraj, two most important Lalas of Lahore. Lalaji, Punjab Kesari bhi the. He was follower of Dayanand Saraswati, founder of Arya Samaj. He was instrumental in 1885 to establish Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School in Lahore, which remained committed all its life to education throughout his people. Lalaji, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal, commonly called the Lal Bal Pal trio of the extremists movement, who supported mass agitation in the aftermath of partition of Bengal in 1905. Lala also founded the Indian Home Rule League of America in New York in 1917. This Indian Home Rule League only eventually worked very closely and merged into Pacific Coast Hindustan Association, commonly known as Gadar Movement. 1920 Calcutta Special Session में लालाजी उनके प्रेसिडेंट थे कांग्रेस के. नो, स्कॉट तो रिटायर होके अमेरिका लंदन चला गया. Lala died a patriot in 1928 and he was attacked by police during the protest rally against the Simon Commission. Some of his most important works are the Arya Samaj, Young India, England's Debt to India, Evolution of Japan, India's Will to Freedom, Message to Bhagavad Gita, Political Future of India, Problems of National Education of India, The Repressed Classes, and the Travelogue of United States of America. See, this is my point of view. I mean, Sandeep, people may disagree with me. I think India should start something called the Indian Terrorists List. And this list may we'll have to start enlisting all those British officials who were involved in anti-India activities, killed Indians illegally outside the law and all those people like James Scott. इनको एक terrorist का status देना चाहिए and put them on the same class with say Osama bin Laden or Ayman al-Zawahiri. That way, some reconciliation can be done for those people who died due to the illegality of British rule. I mean, and we need to really make up a list of these terrorists and give it to King of England. चार्ल्स को देके बोलना चाहिए, चार्ल्स काको या तो ये कर या तो मार खाओगे. Lala promoted unity and diversity. He was a very instrumental in promoting unity and diversity. Okay, guys, we will end today's session here today. Okay, that's it in this session. See, Sandeep, yes, relations between India and Britain can get sore if we bring the colonial issues, but the reality is we don't need Britain anymore. And now Britain also realizes this. We are beyond Britain now. हम अब बड़े लोग हैं. We play with China, Russia, America. हम ब्रिटेन जैसे छोटे देश के साथ नहीं खेलते. Okay, guys, let us meet tonight at 9 p.m. and we will be discussing the mains session. You can always send me the mains answers on the Telegram channel and I will discuss that. Okay, I'll see you tonight. Yes, I'll be discussing the check answers today as well. Okay, tonight at 9 p.m. Let us have a quick discussion. Thank you, guys. You have a nice day. Bye bye.